Hi, my name is Chuck Rounds, and I'm with Las Vegas Internet Television. And I'm here at the DI with Susan Anton.
Hi, everybody.
She's doing a show here. Saw your show last week, and it was wonderful.
Thank you,
I
Chuck.
really enjoyed it.
Well, it's a really nice opportunity because the Desert Inn has a beautiful, intimate room, the Starlight Room, and there's not very many of these rooms in existence anymore. And the comment that I get most from the audience is how much they enjoy the fact that it's a big show, but yet it's still very intimate. And I personally love that as an entertainer. I get a chance to really, tell some stories about my life, and just it's like sitting around in a really cool living room with drinks being served.
It was very nice to see you in a small room.
Thanks.
I'd seen you in the Rockettes a couple years ago, I guess, at this point.
Right.
And it's a very different show.
Absolutely.
I felt that we got to know you a little bit.
Right.
Growing up in the small town of Yucaipa.
Yeah, good memory.
Well, I grew up in Riverside.
Oh,
so.
you would know then.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're still the favorite daughter of Yucaipa.
Thank you.
And then you got started by getting into a beauty pageant,
Right.
winning Miss Redlands, and then Miss California,
Right.
and then going on to
Miss America,
where
I came in second.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. But that was because I talk about that in the evening, because it's always an interesting, everybody has a different story as to how they got into show business. And that was, from a various set of circumstances, one of the avenues that happened in my life. So having had a chance to stand on stage and sing in the pageants, I realized that it was something that I wanted to do on an ongoing basis.
Did you ever have any other hopes or aspirations?
Well, before I got into the industry, the show business world, I thought absolutely that I was going to be a nursery school teacher. I thought I was going to be definitely a teacher because I adore children, and actually my brother's a teacher, so somebody in the family made it there. But I thought I was going to marry my high school sweetheart, and he was going to teach physical education, be the coach, and I was going to be the kindergarten teacher, and that was the life that I figured was going to be mine. I kind of did a 180, didn't I?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 3 brothers and 1 sister, and now I'm trying to think how many nieces and nephews. I've got 2 nephews and 4 nieces.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm an anti-name. I don't have any of my own. I don't think I have the stamina for that. My hat's off to everybody out there that's a parent. That is the hardest and most exhausting job and most important job on the planet.
Well, your parents, you said, are about to celebrate their 54th wedding anniversary.
That's right.
That is just amazing.
It is, isn't it? And, I talk about that in the show because it really, I'm so fortunate. I feel so fortunate on many levels, but to have parents that did get married and did honor their vows, and it wasn't a struggle for them. It wasn't, because I honestly believe there are times when people aren't meant to be together. But we live too often in a disposable society where it's something's broken and you just throw it away. Like Paul Newman said, the success to he and Joanne Woodward's marriage is the difference is if the toaster's broken, they don't just get a new one. They try to fix the toaster. And so I look at my mom and dad that way, and I see all that they've gone through in these 54 years with all their children and various world situations that have touched their lives. And here they are with this profound story all these years later, and it's really extraordinary. It's a real love story.
It really is.
Yeah.
Do they still live in Yucaipa, or do you still have family there?
Yes, indeed. I have a lot of my family there. My mom and dad are there, and my brother Brent is there with his wife and his little girl, and then everybody else is nearby. Everyone else is still in the California vicinity, Southern California area. So I'm the only one that's out here in Nevada now. So I don't get to get home as often as I would like.
Do you have any other projects after this show going on?
Well, actually, one thing that we're doing right now, which is really exciting, we just got back from L.A. yesterday. My husband, Jeff, directed a short film called The Last Real Cowboy, starring Billy Bob Thornton. And it's been in festival competition, and it's getting a lot of great reviews. And so there's a very strong possibility. I produced the short film, and there's a very strong possibility that might be a project that we're going to take into a long-form format. We were just talking about that. And it's something that has real potential. So that's got a lot of our attention right now, because we're very excited about that.
Now, I worked with an actor just recently, Bob Lundgren, who was also in that production.
Yes. Oh, he's fabulous. He's so funny. He plays, we won't tell everybody what it is, but it's about these cowboys out in the 1800s, and they're having a conversation around a campfire how come we don't skip no more? Which is, and they delve into this whole, question of, the evolution of man and so on, and how come we don't do certain things that we used to enjoy doing when we were young. And Bob does a wonderful job. He's a very talented actor that we have in our midst here in Las Vegas.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Now, you've been married to Jeff for how long?
Jeff and I celebrate our 8th anniversary August 15th.
And how did you guys meet?
Well, it was kind of great. We didn't meet in the normal dating, circumstances, so we had a chance to really kind of discover each other. We have a friend in our lives. We call him our life coach. And it's very difficult to describe what he does. His name is Brett Costin, but he's a consultant, if you will. And he was leading a seminar, and he had an intimate group of people that he coached on a smaller level. And Jeff had been working with him for a long time, and I was a new person to the group. And Jeff came walking in one night, one of my first nights there, and he just took my breath away. I thought, there's the guy. There he is. And so we had a real opportunity to not have to date right away, because we were in this wonderful environment for quite a few months before we went out and had the date. So all of that, small conversation was never necessary for us, like, what's your sign and where are you from and all of that.
Yeah, and I've seen Jeff, and he's talented, he's good looking, and he's probably a nice guy, and as a guy that really depresses us all, because we just know we'll never have a shot with Susan Anton.
Not with Jeff in the picture.
I know, and we just sense that, from how you speak of Jeff in the show, and all of that. So I mean, that is just wonderful.
We're here at the Desert Inn till May 7th, and just for all of you who are thinking about coming out, I want you to know right now this is the best deal in town, because as we build our fan base, there's no cover charge, which I think is awesome. And so it's about a 70-minute show, 9-piece orchestra. It really swings. It's really fun. And I just really hope that people come out and get a chance to spend some time together.
I was truly amazed that the show is free.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Well,
it's a wonderful deal.
Las Vegas is a tough town. There are a lot of choices out here, and there's a lot of very high-ticket items. And in order to start to, you get a following, and when people are making a choice, the first thing is for them to find you. And then our intention is for it to never be something that's going to be it's always going to be within reach, because there are enough of those really expensive situations here in town, and they're fabulous. But Vegas was founded on a pure entertainment and intimacy, where there was the entertainer and the audience and the music or the jokes, and I think it's really great to have that back in place again.
Well, yes, it's very true about being founded on just the entertainer, and I have really missed that.
Yeah, me too.
And
me too.
With your show, it's like I can understand why that formula works so well.
It is, because you do. It's a real relationship that you share, and I think it's what's made Danny Gans so popular, and Clinton Holmes is building a good fan base too, and they're entertainers. They're real entertainers, and it's not about the special effects, which are amazing. But for me, I want to come away feeling like I spent an evening with somebody.
Yes, and an
so come spend some time with me.
An entertainer like you, it knows how to work a room.
Thanks.
You know how to entertain us and touch us, both emotionally, audibly, because again, we get to hear you, we get a sense that we get to know you, and it is a wonderful show.
Thanks. I have a lot of fun doing it.
Well, good.
Thanks.
Well, this is Chuck Rounds at Las Vegas Internet Television. Thank you.
You are watching Las Vegas Internet Television. LVITV.com.